Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Babylon 5. This is season 1 episode 21. This episode is called The Quality of Mercy. So in the last episode we saw that there is a future Jeff, a future Delenn, but we didn't actually see her, we just heard her. And they had somehow travelled to Babylon 4, which had gone missing 4 years ago, and tried to stop an event from happening, but were unable to. So we're on a course now that old Jeff tried to prevent. And we met this guy called Zethris, who had been sent there to basically put things in motion for Babylon 4 to be used in a war to come, a great war. And whilst all this was going on, we had Delenn going off to meet the Grey Council and basically separating herself from that because she felt she had a duty to everyone on Babylon 5, and that's where she wanted to put her focus. I'm so excited to watch this because I adored every single second of the last episode and I never expected any of it, and it came as such a surprise, and I don't even know where this is even going to go anymore because my head is blowing up inside. I'm going to get straight on into this. Let's go.
As well as preventing other races from gaining the upper hand, we must continue to forge good relations with possible allies.
Yes, I understand, but it's not an easy process. I will see what I can do.
I'm sure the Emperor will be pleased.
I don't feel like anybody locks their doors.
Here. When did you say Ambassador Delenn was due back from your homeworld?
She never went to the homeworld.
We haven't spent much time together, you and I.
He's looking for an
I
ally.
Anything about you? Most unfortunate.
I wonder if Lenia knows where Delenn really goes.
You say unfortunate.
The assistant to an ambassador should know everything he can about the other species.
Yes, I've been doing quite a bit of reading since my arrival.
Reading? It is an imposition on my busy schedule.
Do not take him to that place in the Zocalo where he goes to see the dancers. I don't think he'd appreciate it.
2 days. Trust me.
You were charged with the calculated and unprovoked murder of 2 of this station's residents, as well as the brutal and senseless slaying of a security officer.
Oh.
This court has reviewed the charges against you and the evidence supplied by the Office of Station Security. In light of that evidence, this court finds you guilty of murder.
Does he get sentenced to death?
Sentence will be handed down at 10 a.m. tomorrow, Earth Standard Time.
People sound sick.
I'd like to see the doctor. Please go right in. I'll buzz the doctor.
This isn't Frank.
All right, there you go. If it comes back, you come back and see me.
Is it?
All right, thanks. You can start by removing your clothes.
Not without dinner and flowers.
What are you doing
I
down
didn't realise you
What
would come down
coincidence, I was about to
here.
ask you the same thing.
Doing my job.
Your job as chief of staff for the med lab facility.
Med labs aren't free. Not everyone can afford to come for treatment. Especially
Aw.
down below.
Well, they have my sympathies. The taxpayers back home expect us to be self-supporting. They wouldn't approve of diverting medicines, supplies, resources.
I know,
To those
that's
that
why I
can't
didn't tell you.
pay.
I'm in charge of station operations. This is a station, and this
Is an
is
operation.
certainly for operations.
Fine.
Oh,
But now
what a
everybody
nice
does
thing
keep
for
on
him
the
to
way
do.
see me. Now, what do you intend to do about that?
Look, I don't mind if you bend the rules a little, Doctor. I mean, I bend a few myself.
Just keep her in the loop.
If I'm going to share in the blame, I'd at least like to share in some of the fun.
If you don't mind my saying so, Mr. Garibaldi, you seem to be taking this very personally.
He kills a security officer.
This guy killed 2 lurkers at Scrag, one of my men. It wasn't the first time for this guy, Commander.
Oh,
The way he killed them, cool, methodical. I'd bet good money he's done this a lot.
But you
probably.
have no evidence to that effect. For the crime of murder, there are only 3 penalties.
Death.
Legally open.
Imprisonment.
The first option is to send him to a prison, back to Earth.
I checked. They don't want him, and they won't pay the money
They don't
to send
want
him anywhere
him?
else.
And there isn't room in the brig for
Since
the
when
perks
was
we've
there
got
a
now, let
choice?
alone putting somebody away for life.
And that brings us back to you, Miss Winters.
I don't want to do this again. I was inside a killer's mind before, on the Mars colony. There's got to be another way.
If
Yeah.
you could get another
It
registered
affected
telepath
her really
here
badly.
to carry the burden.
I've tried. Unfortunately, there's a shortage of telepaths trained in criminal cases.
Why? Seems like there'd be a lot of demand for that.
It's very stressful. We burn out fast.
Ah.
Maybe while you're inside his head, you can poke around, see if this guy's killed before.
Anything a telepath sees whilst inside a defendant's mind is inadmissible evidence.
But he's already been found guilty.
Of this crime, yes. Take the guilty verdict
way
and
to
be
put it.
grateful, Mr. Garibaldi.
Why were all our other people that he's wanting to treat? Where were they going?
Excuse me, I'm a little bit turned around here. I'm looking for Brown 27G, a woman by the name of Laura Rosen.
It's right over there. Now, a little more.
Or not?
There. How's the pain now?
Better.
She got machinery.
Well, this should begin to decrease the growth. My treatments never fail. That should do it.
Thank you.
The hell kind of machine is
How
that?
much do I...
Whatever you'd like to pay. Hello, Doctor. I wondered how long it would take you to pay me a visit.
Not long.
One healer to another.
This is,
Alien.
this writing. What does it say?
I don't know. I've only been able to decipher the most general of meanings.
In other words, you don't know what it is,
What it can
does,
do.
or even if it works at all.
Oh, it works. It restores, renews, invigorates. Everything from the common cold to Stafford's disease.
For a modest contribution, of course. Well, you have...
She
quite an
her
operation
assistant?
here.
Her daughter,
Ms. Rosen,
maybe?
does the term con job...
Doctor, my mother isn't hurting anyone.
Yes, she is, if she's discouraging people from seeking proper treatment.
Don't like the competition, Doctor?
Know the lengths Franklin
I'm
can
afraid
go
I'm gonna have
to.
ask you to leave.
Carl Edward Mueller, this court has reviewed its findings, now prepared to render judgment.
What are they gonna do?
I cannot sentence you to death. A life taken will not balance the loss of another life. Therefore, it is the decision of this court that you be sentenced to the death of personality. You will be conveyed under guard to a med lab facility. Carl Edward Mueller will be totally and completely erased.
This guy's
You will
gonna
serve
do
the
something.
community harm.
Probably to Talia.
The scan will be conducted this afternoon, and sentence will be carried out at midnight tonight.
I'll see you in hell first.
I'll have to check the equipment, make sure the process is painless.
Do me a favor. Don't check too close.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
It's not right.
And this is right?
It's the law.
That's not what I asked. I'll take care of the machine, Mr. Garibaldi. I assume you will arrange for
Oh
someone to
god,
fix it?
something's gonna happen with this woman. What if this prisoner dude, Carl, goes to see this pseudo doctor lady?
Oh, one more thing.
That
A
machine
favor
just
in
can
exchange
bring
for
his
this.
memories back.
I need some information on a woman by the name of Laura Rosen.
I have it for you in an hour.
Oh, he's good at his job, isn't he?
Come. You're going to enjoy this very much.
Yeah, he did.
Lanier, this way.
Look how respectful he
I'm
is.
really not sure that this is a good idea.
I'm perfectly happy to inconvenience myself for your benefit.
Ambassador, this place...
Amazing, yes. The heart and soul of Babylon 5. Also its spleen, its kidneys. A veritable parade of internal organs.
I have a feeling he probably books these seats out quite
You
often.
must remember here is,
Did not brought any money.
Seems like I left my credit sheet in my quarters. I don't suppose you brought yours, hmm?
Oh, look at his face.
Here, give yourself a nice tip.
He's gonna spend all of his money and Lenny's gonna get into trouble.
According to the station registry, your mother was a doctor. Well, then why...
You wouldn't understand. All her life, the only thing that mattered to my mother was being a doctor. She could never keep up with it all, so she started taking stims to stay up nights, working.
Ah.
Pretty soon she was taking them all the
Did she
time.
lose her license?
She was addicted. She wouldn't admit it, and she wouldn't listen to anyone. Till one day, she made a mistake. Someone died. When they took away her license, they took away her reason for living. Then one day, she decided that if she could find some new alien healing technology, she could come back. And now...
And now she thinks she's found it. Janice, her machine doesn't work.
How do you know?
If it was real, why are you still here?
We don't have the money.
Yes, you do. Your account has enough credits for 2 tickets back to Earth. You don't want her to know. You don't want anyone to know.
Doctor.
Why?
My mother is not a young or a well woman. She's a healer again, and that's all that matters.
Mr. Mueller?
So, you're going to walk around in my head? Something might just jump out of the shadows. It's not like I'm going to remember any of this. That's the plan, right?
If you'll please sit. This will only take a minute.
If you're nervous,
Don't do it!
don't be.
Look, you can work this out.
Another voice for the choir.
Another voice plus the 2 lurkers you killed.
More.
Oh my god.
And more.
He's a serial killer.
And more.
I don't think Talia is stable enough to complete this.
How many worlds are there?
Oh, he is fully aware. Oh, shit me.
Stay for the symphony.
We show her that people's conditions are actually getting worse because of the lack of proper treatment.
Are they getting better?
You sure these are the same patients who've been going to see Rosa?
Why?
I'll be right back.
How is the pain?
Less. It doesn't hurt to move my fingers. It feels a little tingling, though.
Oh.
Thank you.
It looks as though I was wrong. It does heal, doesn't it?
Although she gets weaker every time she uses it, it seems.
I am so tired.
I monitored your life signs during the session. It transfers energy from one being to another, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You give up a little of your life for someone else. It's killing you by inches.
I'm dying anyway. I have 2, maybe 3 years left at the most.
Why did you lie to me when you said you didn't know what this thing did?
She was
Because
probably
telling
scared.
you the truth would have meant telling Janice how it affects me.
Here you are. I was looking for you. Finished with Mueller?
Yes, you can proceed whenever you want.
Are you okay?
No, not really. Things that live inside us, Mr. Garibaldi. You said earlier that you would bet good money that he had killed before. You would not have lost.
Oh, great maker. All right, I'm in. 3. Oh, is it to me?
Yes.
Going down, Chief?
Nah, heading up, Lou.
Oh, shit! Why did no one have hold of him? Well, he got lucky. He could have been between floors.
Cold in here, or is it just me?
What the hell?
What the hell? You? You cheating?
Yeah, he is. Oh, hey!
We'll go now.
Oh, I think he's killed
Miss Rosen, it's
her.
Dr. Franklin.
Oh, this poor woman.
Come in, Doctor. You all right, Laura?
No.
I'm fine. You promised you'd let her go if I helped you.
We'll finish the job, but she dies now.
She's gonna sacrifice herself.
What are you doing? Stop it!
What if this does the reverse and she gets better?
You'll never hurt anyone again.
I'm still waiting for an explanation, gentlemen. Mr. Lanier?
The incident in question was completely my responsibility, Commander. I was unfamiliar with the rules of conduct in these places.
Do you have anything to add to this statement?
No.
Of course he doesn't.
No, not at this time.
He totally knows.
Thank you, Commander. Somehow, a part of you reached out for the cards?
Yes? Did you think these were just decorations?
This was such a nice little episode. I thoroughly enjoyed this. The whole having this alien machine that would use some of Laura's life to then prolong and heal somebody else's. Such an interesting thing to see. We have seen things like that in other shows before, but I didn't expect to get it in this, and seeing that Franklin goes down to the down below and offers like a free clinic to those who can't afford it, I thought was really sweet, and Ivanova basically covering for him as well. Now that she's in the know, she's kind of like, yeah, if you do this, like, I need to know so that I can have your back. I liked that a lot. We didn't really get much Jeff, but I did love seeing Lenier and Londo kind of forge a relationship, because Londo always seems to get on really well with Delenn anyway, but to see him make the effort with Lenier, even though he'd kind of been told he had to make friendships aboard the station, it was nice to see those two go out and about. I had a feeling he'd take him to the place where the girls dance and then to the casino as well, but learning that Londo has parts of him that I never knew he had was not expected. I genuinely thought it was one of those things that came out of the fake Kosh. I thought it was one of those again. I was thinking, oh my god, has he kept one? Because he seems terrified of it when he was asked about them. So I didn't expect it to be anything like it actually was. Delenn being off station again, supposedly on the Minbari homeworld, but I think she's just probably coming back from seeing the Grey Council, and then learning a little bit more about Lenier as well, and how he's really amazing at like karate and martial arts, and he's very well read and educated because he was brought up in the religious caste. I just liked the little insight into him. I do wonder if we get that in future episodes in regard to like Nartoth as well. There's only one episode left of this season, so I may just go watch that, and I will see you guys later, so thank you.